Once again, we have another video from TikTok. As we told you, TikTok is the gift that keep on giving. So you'll see in this little short video, it's not long, it's just a 7-second video. You're gonna have a black man and his, white girlfriend, and she's gonna, say a little thing that she's gonna say. Now it's gonna probably bother, some of you, but my focus today will not be on her. But let's roll that short clip.
The only N-word I call my boyfriend is nice. I love you, my nigga.
Okay, you saw the clip. And what disturbed me was the guy. When she said, the N-word to him, he laughed about it. He thought it was great. He took it like, this is such a cute and awesome thing. Let me tell you something. On TikTok, you have a certain group of young black men, and this is what I'm seeing more than anything. It's a lot of young black men on TikTok that will literally degrade themselves. No other group I'm seeing on TikTok is doing this, but people within our community. And you could talk about what the females doing it too. Yes, they are, but we're going to focus on the subject matter at hand, because every time we want to start touching on this subject matter, then that's when everybody start pointing fingers everywhere else, and this one doing it, that one doing it. No. Because we have to look at it like this. When the men are doing this, I mean, what example do the women really have, right? So this is the next generation. When someone can racially degrade you like that, and you think it's funny, she had no problem saying that. She had no problem putting that on the internet. She don't care anything about the implications of that, because he was co-signing it. And this guy looks very weak, very simpish. He just acting straight raccoon at that in this video. But it's more and more of that. I'm seeing it's like almost an epidemic with a lot of young brothers on TikTok. I'm like, what's going on? Like, who raised y'all? Because obviously they didn't raise y'all right, whoever they were, to say it's okay to be racially degraded. Even when other groups of people date black people, they don't sit up there and allow black people to racially degrade them like that. They don't. But there's always someone within our community doing this. And see, you young brothers got to understand, everybody looking at y'all. You understand? They're looking at the degrading. So when we talk about, in our main channel, we do a lot of stories about the issues that's going on in China with Africans. And so when you see videos like this on TikTok, which is a Chinese platform, actually, owned by ByteDance, when they see you on TikTok doing this, and you're letting white women degrade you, why would the Chinese or whoever else respect black men? You have to understand that. No other group allows people to racially degrade them like that except black people or black men. Black folks will sit up here and have debates about other groups of people saying the N-word. That shouldn't even be a debate whatsoever. It should never even be a debate. It should be like, look, we shouldn't be using it. Well, for sure, you're not going to use it to me and just think it's okay. Now, you could use it, but you expect a consequence if you use it. But go ahead and do what you got to do. But we have a group of people within our community who I always say is very lost. Very lost. And in my belief, a third of us is not going to make it anyway. I believe that. We have a section of our community, it's just they're not going to make it. Because this guy here, it's like, what happened to you? Like, why would you think that's okay? But see, a guy like that, he'll be making YouTube videos saying how horrible black women are, and black women turn him down, and black girls, clowning him by his hair or his glasses or his shoes. So, you're going to trade in supposedly getting clowned to now you getting racially degraded. But that's the sick mentality of some of us in our community. It is. Like, ain't nobody gonna sit here and degrade me. I don't care who you are. You're not gonna do it. Because if that woman loves you, right, then she would understand the pain and suffering her people caused people that look like him. So surely she would want to use a word attached to that. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she's going to practice her racism and white supremacy. That's what she's going to practice. And it doesn't matter to her. She'll get right out of bed with him and go right back to her privilege and everything that go along with it. And she can degrade him at the same time. I mean, this video for me is just very sick because of him. Her, I expect that. But him and thinking it's funny. I mean, what kind of example are you setting? Like, just for yourself. I mean, brothers, you got to have some pride in yourself. You got to think more of yourself. The biggest issue with a lot of black people is that we don't have self-esteem. This is why we have each other always looking for validation, want to be promoted. Because I was looking at other groups of people and how they don't really promote each other like that, or saying, oh, this one is so great. And now it's like we want the opposite sex in our community constantly say how great we are on both sides. But I don't really see that in other communities. But we always have this validation. I know it comes from the history and turmoil, in this country. But we're seeing on TikTok, which we cover videos like that here, is that you just have this certain, a lot of these young brothers. Because see, listen, back in my time, which was definitely not that long ago, it feels like it is, I seen one time they had a brother in our neighborhood. And he had a white girl with him, right? So she thought that she, was all cool with everybody. And she thought that she could, say the N-word. And dude slapped her right in her mouth. They were like, ooh. And she said, don't you ever say something like that around here. I said, who gave you the authority to sit up here and use that word? You're getting way too comfortable around here. I mean, that's how dudes used to respond to him for saying things like that. And, at least in my time period, the way I grew up in my neighborhood, you didn't get in relationships with Becky. You didn't do that. The only thing that Becky was good for was, you know what. I'm not going to go into the words, but after that, you move on by your business. When you get married, you marry whoever else, but you don't marry her, because it was just a known thing. You don't do that because you're going to have some problems, from her people that's the police, and everybody else. They used to tell you, hey, they're going to call rape on you, you fool with them. So that's why you would never be cupcaking and simping for a chick like that in the video. So you wouldn't have to be dealing with racial degradation, right? But let me know in the comment section about this dude, because I know many of y'all probably have some comments. Like I said, in this short video, it's showing a very sick mentality with a lot of our brothers in the community. Listen, some sisters do have issues and problems. Yes, they do. So do black men. We have issues and problems. We do a lot of horrible things to the women, and the women do some horrible things to us. But no matter what they have done on each side, none of us should be taking degradation like that from nobody. We shouldn't be taking that. And if you are taking that, something is seriously wrong with you.